Hey guys, Gizmodit here, and this is the camera comparison between the Xiaomi Redmi 4 and the Yureka Black. So a lot of you guys wanted me to compare these two phones, and I've actually put them through a lot of testing scenarios to see which one has a better camera. But first, let's get some numbers out of the way. So the Yureka Black gets a 13 megapixel f2.2 sensor on the back along with an 8 megapixel sensor on the front with a selfie flash. The Redmi 4 on the other hand gets a 13 megapixel sensor on the back and a 5 megapixel sensor on the front. Both of these phones can record videos at 1080p, and while the camera app on the Yureka Black has some cool modes, the Redmi 4 offers a manual mode which the Yureka Black lacks. But how do these two phones perform in terms of camera? Well, after testing them for quite some time, I was quite surprised to see how close they were to each other. The Redmi 4 tends to have a slightly warm image, whereas the Yureka Black tends to be on the cooler side. So it's more of your personal preference. In broad daylight, the Redmi 4 with the HDR mode on edges out the Yureka Black. With HDR on, the Redmi 4 produces some really nice photos with good saturation and dynamic range, whereas the Yureka Black just blows the colors all over the place and it looks like there has been a filter applied to the photos. The Redmi 4 also has the f2.2 aperture, so there is a nice bokeh effect as compared to the Yureka Black. Moving on to indoor lighting conditions, again the Yureka Black has a cooler image, whereas the Redmi 4 is more closer to the actual scene. But noise levels are pretty evident on both of these phones and they are decent at best. In extremely low lighting, the Redmi 4 again edges out the Yureka Black with the higher aperture, and although the Yureka Black has a low light mode, it doesn't really help the cause that much. In terms of front camera though, the Yureka Black with the higher 8 megapixel resolution and a flash edges out the Redmi 4 without any questions. The video output from both of these phones is also decent. The Redmi 4 gets continuous autofocus, whereas the Yureka Black doesn't get it and you have to tap to focus, which can get a bit frustrating while shooting a video. So to sum this video up, I would like to say that both of these phones have an average performing camera, and the Redmi Note 4 does edge out the Yureka Black in terms of rear facing camera. But it's not a night and day difference, and ultimately it boils down to your own personal preference. The Yureka Black has a better front facing camera, but I don't take a lot of selfies with my phone, so my pick would be the Xiaomi Redmi 4. But your choice might be different, and like I said, it depends on your personal preference. So that wraps up my camera comparison between the Yureka Black and the Xiaomi Redmi 4. If you guys have any questions about these two phones, then please let me know in the comments. Please drop in your feedback and your queries in the comments, or you can also ask them on my Facebook, Twitter or Instagram pages. The link to them would be in the video's description. Please follow me there as I post some really cool content. If you're new to this channel, then please hit the red subscribe button and press the bell icon so that you're notified whenever I upload a new video. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys in the next video.